notoriously gloomy and cloudy day here in Hawaii, so it's the perfect day for crafting. I have a couple projects that I have been wanting to do. They've been on my Pinterest board for a while and I have been doom scrolling. So we need to remedy that and do some creating rather than doom scrolling. So I'm going to do a couple things with you guys today. So if you have a craft, go ahead and grab it, craft with me. Let's have a little cozy day. I'm going to start with these little clay instax picture holders. I'll put a picture like right here so you can see. But basically they are little stands where you can stick in a little instax picture. Let me show you an example. So like one of these, you can just put it in there and it holds it upright instead of leaning it up against the back of your shelf like what I've been doing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull out my polymer clay. Actually, I think I need to 3D print a cutter because I want to have this pretty daisy shape, and I feel like that would be probably the simplest thing. But if you don't have a 3D printer, then I think using an X-Acto knife would also suffice. I'm going to use an X-Acto knife as well to put the little slit in there. So, okay, that's enough rambling. Let's go ahead and fire up the 3D printer, do our cutter, and then we'll make our little stands together. Okay, so we're going to measure out what we need this opening to be. And it is just about 2 and just under 2 1/4. So I think I want the entire daisy to be 3. I think that'll be, or at least the opening inside the daisy to be 3 inches. So this is 2.5. So we want to make this bigger. The y-axis is 2.8. So let's do 3.2. Okay. And then maybe even a little bit more. Let's do 3.5. Okay, yeah, let's do that. And I just need one because I can use it over and over again. And I want to change my filament. So let's go and change my filament. The 3D printer needs to update its firmware, so we're gonna do that. And then while that's updating, what can I do? Let's see. Maybe we can pull out our polymer clay and get that conditioned and pick some colors. Let's do that. Let's go pick out our clay. Goodness, this drawer needs to be organized. My daughter usually does all the clay stuff, so she kind of throws it all back in here. But let's go ahead and pick out some colors. The shelf that I'm gonna put this on is green already, so I don't think I wanna choose green. You know, I always gravitate towards pinks, so, and that blue I think is cute too. Okay, so we've got some colors. This one probably will need to be tossed. And then I've got these little guides that help when you roll it out to be the exact same thickness. And I cannot find our roller. I don't know what happened to it. Probably in the girls' craft room. Goodness, we need to have a craft room organization day. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to, oh, let's check in here. Maybe the roller is in here. Nope, other tools, we'll grab that too. I've got to find that roller. Maybe up here? This is what happens when you have kids. They love to move things around. All right, well, we'll have to make do. That's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, so while we were doing that, the firmware updated. So we're gonna change out our filament. It is just heating up right now, and I'm gonna change it from this black to use up what I have of this white. So I used up a bunch of this white when I was doing the Halloween mask, and I think this is gonna be just enough for this clay cutter. So that is purging, and it's gonna put the new filament in. Now we're just going to start printing. Okay, hopefully you can hear me because the 3D printer is going, but I found another little project we can do in the meantime while that's printing. It is this little library card reading log, and I was going to make it myself and do like stamps and all that, but I don't really feel like doing all that. So I went on Etsy and they have so many cute designs. Let me show you and pick one out together. They have so many adorable designs. And I think I am leaning towards this one right here. I love that it says library card on it and it has everything that I want to track. So it is $2.38. So I think we're just going to get that and print it out. She also provides a version where you can edit it in Canva. So I love that. So you can tweak it exactly how you want. I love it the way it is. So I'm just going to print it as is. And this is what it looks like. So we're just going to go and print it. And I'm just going to find my thickest cardstock and print it there. Okay, so I printed it. I don't know why it just stopped printing, but they're also really big. So I think I'm gonna scale it down just a tad, because that's like bigger than my books that I read. Let's take a look. Yay, I think it's so cute. Am I even in the frame? Oh yeah, I think that's cute. I wonder if I'm gonna have to write really small, but I think it's cute. Okay, let's cut them up. Cute. Have a little corner rounder. So I think I like the R4. Cute. Can you even see that? I'll do that on all four. How cute. Yay, I love it. Okay, the printer keeps jamming, but I think I'm just gonna pull it off. I think that it's plenty tall enough. You can kind of see the sides. So we're just gonna quit this printing job. It has 19 more minutes on there, but I'm kind of tired of it jamming. Whenever it gets really low on filament, it just does not do as well. So we're going to quit. Oops, I don't want that. Printing canceled. Okay, that should go up, hopefully at some point. And then this can come out. There it goes. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna take that off and it's still pretty warm. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit and then we'll just use it. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. I really don't think it needs to be any taller than that, so that popped off so easy. All right, so we have our little cutter and I didn't even condition the clay anymore because I was too busy making these, but these came out so cute. I just love them. You know, once you laminate them, you're probably not going to be able to write on there. So I probably wouldn't use them as like a bookmark just because I feel like they wouldn't last as long, but I think they'd be really cute to put in your journal. I also thought, and I didn't do it, but how cute would it have been to do like a little tea stain? Do you guys remember doing that as a kid? I did that so much. I might do that actually. I might try that on one and just so that it looks really old and vintage. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, okay, let's make our instax clay holders because we've been waiting. We did spend an hour printing this, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, friends. Oh, I really wish I had my roller. I need to order a new roller because do that real fast before I forget, or at least add it to my cart. Yeah, so this is the one that I got last time that is nowhere to be found. So we're gonna add that to cart because I think that's why I haven't been doing a lot of clay stuff, is because I know that I don't have that roller. So let's start with this purple one. This clay set is not the greatest quality. I mean, look, it's not the best. It was like an introductory set, so I hardly ever do a lot of clay. You know, I don't need the best quality, honestly, but this might be not enough to do this project, which normally if I get like this and I'm like, oh, this polymer clay is just too hard to work with, then I'll do air dry clay. But we're all out of air dry clay. I am not prepared. I'm not prepared for this craft or this video. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna kind of warm it up with our hand. I'm gonna preface this and tell you guys that I barely do any polymer clay. So for all of you polymer clay crafters, you're probably cringing so hard right now. I'm sure that I could watch more videos on how to do this, but again, like, I don't really do this on a regular basis, so we're just gonna struggle through this project. All I want are these little instax holders. This is probably so not safe. Don't do what I do, okay? Use one that does not have a sharp blade if you're gonna use one of these tools to do your rolling. Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have enough of this color because my cutter's quite big and I kind of wanted it like that thickness. I don't know, guys. I don't know how this is gonna go. Maybe if we mix these two? This is actually quite comical.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors.
Okay, we have a very important update. I just realized I can print a roller. I literally just used the printer to make a clay cutter. So I'm gonna print a roller because trying to roll this out by hand, this is why I don't do clay. All right, so this roller is gonna take 3 hours to print and it's 30 centimeters long. I'm gonna go ahead and get that printed and then we will put a little pin in this clay craft. So let me go ahead and get this printer set up and then we will figure out something else.
Stop giving back. Honeysuckle, fresh cut grass.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin, this morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon and the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face,
Okay, we are all done. They just finished printing And they have these little treads on here so you can screw them together to make one long one. So let's do that. Scared me. I feel like this is one of the most chaotic projects I've ever done with you guys. I mixed 3 different colors to do this, and I tried to 3D print a roller. It didn't work out well. There are 3 pieces. They really don't connect to each other. So I guess this was supposed to go like this, and then there was a 3rd piece that's supposed to connect like this, but it just doesn't. It doesn't really fit together very well. I guess that side does. And I maybe have to glue it. I may try gluing it together, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out great. But it's okay. We kind of did what we needed to do, and it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do this because I want to get this done today. So I rolled it out as best as I could. Let me move you so you can see. This is the only thing that worked out really good today was the actual daisy cutter. So we're going to put this in here, and we're just going to press down. Well, you guys, this project is like the project that will just never end. Okay, we're gonna just slice it off. Oh, I should put a silicone mat under this, but nothing with this project has gone the way it's supposed to, so this will be par for the course. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible. I'm just gonna smooth out some of these edges. All right, so what if we just kind of like position our picture in here? You think that'll work? This. Make a little slit. There we go. Cute. I love that. Look how cute. All right, so let's go bake it. Let's see if it works. Okay, so now that that's baking, I'm going to glue these, see if that helps. With some E6000. Oh, this is always so tight. I feel like everything I have tried to do today has had some type of friction. Some type of, like something's gone wrong. But I think part of it is always whenever I hit record on the camera, there's always just like a little added anxiety, I guess, that things are gonna go wrong. So then they inevitably do. All right, so we are just putting some E6000, and this is the little connector piece. Trying to match it up to where the seam is kind of in the same place too, but I may just be ruining this whole thing. Hopefully that tape will come off. I guess we'll find out. Ooh, there's a lot of seepage, but I guess we'll just let that dry. See what happens. Good morning. It is the next day and I finished the Instax clay holder. Listen, temper your expectations. It's not perfect, but it's done. And I'm gonna take that as a win. So this is what it looks like. My clay, I think I need better clay. Okay, all of you who do clay, avert your eyes, avert your eyes. I think it was a good solid first attempt. Okay, let's just say that. I do want to do an air dry clay version, so I'm gonna grab some air dry clay and then I can paint it whatever color I want. We had a good time, you know? We had a good time. My book journal one, this one I could not be more happy with. This was so perfect. Oh my gosh, how adorable. How cute is that? So could not be more happy with this little craft. And then I wanted to update you on the roller. You can see a little bit of the E6000. It's fine. I haven't used it yet, so I'll use it on my next clay project. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I am gonna finish my paint by numbers piece that we started a couple videos back. Let me show you the progress though. You guys, look how pretty that is. I love it. So when I filmed it with you guys, you can kind of see how textured it is right here. That's because I didn't use any water. And then as I started painting the rest of it, I realized, oh, you need to add some water to the paint. That's what makes it go on smoother. And so I've been having so much fun with this. And I just got to finish the sky. And then that'll be done. And then I'm sure I will come up with some more Pinterest projects to do with you, but I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for watching. I hope you got to do some crafting along with me, and I'll see you in the next video. I think in the next video, I really want to talk about my budgeting system. I know this has almost nothing to do with crafts on the forefront, but honestly, if it were not for my budgeting system, I would not be able to do any of this. Spend so much money on like crafty stuff. So I wanted to share that. I'll probably do that next week. Okay, friends, I'll see you guys later. Bye.